Namaste. I'm Alakananda Ma, Ayurvedic doctor and principal of Alandi Ayurveda Gurukula, a unique apprenticeship-style Ayurveda school in Boulder, Colorado. So today we're going to talk about hope for long COVID. Yes, there really is hope for long COVID. Here's 2 reasons why long COVID sufferers and their relatives can have some hope. First, there's a new review article published in Nature which explores the current knowledge, gaps, and future directions for research, diagnosis, and treatment. I'll put the link in the description. Knowledge is power. So an important article like this puts more power in the hands of practitioners and patients. There's also been a conference that was recently held in Germany to discuss whether long COVID is a physical or psychological illness. And the very clear upshot of this conference is long COVID, yes, it is a physical illness rather than a psychological problem. That means it needs physical treatments. Therapy is not the solution. Yes, therapy may help you grapple with your loss of health and strength, or the disability that you've incurred, or the consequent effect on your relationships and your finances and your whole living situation. Therapy can be very helpful for you to deal with life as someone with a chronic illness. But therapy isn't the solution to a viral physical illness. We need actual treatments. So a lot of power coming to you because of this review article in Nature. If you're having trouble being believed, if your doctor's telling you, oh, have cognitive behavioral therapy, it'll solve your problem, or just do pacing, or so on, you could go to the doctor armed with the Nature article, and maybe that'll make it easier for you to get believed. Secondly, I'm so happy to report that Ayurveda really does help. I've been working for the last 6 years to refine my method of pulse diagnosis for long COVID, and it's working very precisely. Even if you've had a mild case of COVID, with the initial illness, and even if especially if you've had COVID 2 or more times, I'm going to find the evidence of long COVID in your pulse. I'm going to find the impacts on your heart, on your lungs, your liver, your kidneys, but typically I find the heart and the lungs. I'm going to find it whether you realized you had long COVID or not. Maybe you're just still carrying on and not quite clear why your energy isn't what it used to be, because you didn't think that having a mild illness would change your whole life, but actually it's affecting you and it's affecting your longevity. So that's the first thing. I'm really thrilled with the pulse diagnosis findings that I've sorted out over the last 6 years. And I've also been refining the Ayurvedic treatments for long COVID for 6 years. And we're seeing actual results for patients who follow through. Here's what Rachel said. I've had abnormal long COVID symptoms for over 2 years. Many of my symptoms were in the digestive, musculoskeletal, and nervous systems. Western medicine shrugged its collective shoulders and tried to throw medications at me to treat symptoms. Within a couple of weeks of making lifestyle changes and taking the herbals recommended by Ma, I started to see improvements. It's been about 2 months now, and the only symptom we're still trying to tackle is the pressure headaches. The daily stomach cramping and pain, nausea, fluttering, lightheadedness and dizziness, lethargy, muscle aches and spasms, shortness of breath, exertional fatigue and confusion seem to have resolved. I got my life back. That's what we want to hear. Here's what Martika says. I originally came to Alandi struggling with chronic fatigue and lingering long COVID symptoms. After having COVID twice, my energy was inconsistent, I couldn't catch my breath, and my immune system felt compromised. Through Alkananda's personalized recommendations and guidance, I gradually began to rebuild my strength and vitality. Today, I can confidently say I've fully recovered, something I wasn't sure would ever be possible. Dear friends, there is hope for long COVID. Come to clinic in person or on Zoom. I really want to help people who are struggling with long COVID after all the work I've put in to develop the diagnostics and the treatment. And next week, we'll look at the interaction between long COVID and hypermobile EDS, or Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, another condition that's often overlooked or pushed aside. See you next week. Namaste.